Assalamu alaikum, 6th class in Social Studies for Pakistan, page number 19 and lecture number 17. Today we have to continue our chapter number 5 about the Alexander the Great. You know very well that it was existed on the world 323 before Christ or 356 before Christ. So students, we were discussing about the topic Alexander as a remarkable warrior. We have discussed some points that how he defeated King Porus and what types of the tricks he has used in the battlefield, that in spite of the very huge army, uh, army of the elephants that King Porus had, he had to accept the defeat because he was not the great concealer or great planner. So students, let's continue the remaining topics about the Alexander regarding his statesman or leadership. First of all, after defeating the King Porus, they had to skip or they had to give up the fighting because there were many reasons that they had to take the decision that they should give up because the army was very fatigue at that time, and the monsoon rains were also started in the subcontinents, so they should have to give up the battle. After that students, we find that he was a very good counselor, that before taking any decision, any final decision, he consulted his officers and the wise people of his army. As the monsoon rains and the army was very fatigued, and Sikandar consulted his great officers and they gave him the advice that they should give up and turn back. So Sikandar took the decision that after defeating the King Porus, they should give up the battle and they turn back to their area. And then students, you know very well, in the very early age, Sikandar give the commandership of his father's army when he was just 20 years, and after accepting the commandership of his father, as his father died, then he became the king of the Macedonia, and at the age of the 32 years he died, and he want to conquer the whole world, but his remained unfulfilled because in the very early age, in the age of 32 years, he died. After his death, students, because he had not any successor who could succeed his reign in a proper way, the whole reign, it means the whole area of the Sikandar that he has conquered, has separated into three parts, into the three generals of the Sikandar, and the Indus Valley area was given to the Greek general Seleucus. And then students, the important thing about his reign is that he promoted the culture of the Greeks and civilization to the wide concept, like he appointed many officers or professional artists and professors and such type of the ranks people, professional people, to promote the civilization and the culture of the Greeks. And this is called the Hellenization or Hellenizing period, in which the Greek civilization or the culture was promoted to the wide concept. Then students, after his death, most of the areas were named or renamed by the name of Alexandria, because Alexander, the name of Alexander, and by the name of Alexander, most of the areas were given name Alexandria. And he conquered the world or established strong links between the east or west. It means he created the long terms or links between the area of east or west. मशरिक और मगरिब के दरमियान उसने जो अच्छा एक मजबूत राब्ता है सिकंदर ने कायम कर दिया था अपनी दौरे हुकूमत में ही. So students, this is the topic of today that we have discussed. I hope that your concept is clear. Now we will discuss the questions that we can make from our text. Students, after reading these paragraphs, we can ask the question that who was the Alexander's father, and you can find the answer from this paragraph. And then who was the tutor of Alexander, we have discussed in detail. You can easily give the answer of this question. And then what did Alexander inherit from his father, अपने फादर से उसने पैदाइशी तौर पर विरासत में कौन सी चीज़ जो ली थी. We have already discussed it. You can find the answer of this paragraph. And then students, from this point to remember, we can also create a question that which city Alexander founded and where it was located. And then students, what do you know about Alexander as a great warrior? You can give the answer after reading this full paragraph as well, and you can add your opinions as well. And then which area did Alexander conquer, उसने जो है कौन से एरिया को फतह किया था, किस एरिया में जाकर उसने डिफीट दी थी और किस पाशा को. And then which king had army of elephants? You have already read about this question, so give the answer. Here students, you have to tell about the planning of Alexander, that how he did the Alexander defeat the king Porus. उसने उसको कैसे शिकस्त दी थी और उसने कौन सी प्लानिंग जो है वो की थी उसको शिकस्त देने के लिए. And then question, what happened after Alexander's victory? After reading this passage, you can give the paragraph, because there were many reasons, like the army fighters were fatigued, and then monsoon rains on the subcontinents were also started. So you can easily find the answer of this question. And defined Hellenizing. Hellenizing, I have told you that to promote the culture or the civilization of the Greeks. It means he had some artists or professionals to promote the Greek civilization or the culture. And then the last question is, what happened to Alexander's empire after his death? उसकी डेथ के बाद उसकी एम्पायर के साथ, उसकी जो सल्तनत थी उसके साथ क्या किया. Because he hadn't any successor who could succeed his army or his area or reign, so that's why it was separated, it was part promoted into three further parts, and the part of the Indus Valley reign came into the general census. Students, I hope that your concept about the Alexander the Great and his campaign is clear, and the areas that he conquered is also clear. So in the next topic we'll start our new chapter. So till then, Allah Hafiz.